Unit 1, Learning Target number 3. Evaluate algebraic expressions by substituting values for specific variables. The first thing we need to understand when we talk about algebraic expressions and variables is, of course, what is a variable? And a variable is just a letter that represents a number in an expression. So it's a letter that represents a number in an expression. You remember numerical expressions are just some numbers put together with operations that you're going to do on them. An algebraic expression is an expression just like this, except it has letters that replace the numbers or that stand in for the numbers. So it has variables in it. An algebraic expression has variables in it. So let's take a look at what exactly that might mean. So in this case, we'll pretend like this x is changed into a little box. And x can be any value. So x could be 4, as it is up there in that problem. It might be 4. So what would happen if we put 4 in here? 3 times 4 plus 5, well, 3 times 4 is 12, plus 5 would be 17. Or we could put 0 in here for that matter. 3 times 0 plus 5, well, 3 times 0 is 0, plus 5 would be equal to 5. Then we might put 1 in here. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 5, and that would be 8. We could put any number we want. We might even put 3 in here. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 5, and that would be 14. Notice, this can be any value. Any value at all can go in here. And we have chosen these, but it doesn't have to be. It could be any of them. Now we're going to substitute some values in for our variables. We're going to take our variables and put values in for them. So in this case, we have 5 times a times b to the second power plus c. So let's write that out using our numbers. A is equal to 4, so 5 times 4. B is equal to 3, so that's 3 to the second power, plus c, which is equal to 2. Now we just do our order of operations. The first thing we do is our exponents, is what PEMDAS says. So 3 to the second power is 9, times 4 times 5, plus 2. Now we do multiplication left to right. So 5 times 4 is 20. 20 times 9 plus 2. 20 times 9 is 180 plus 2, and that gives us 182 for our answer. 182. Now, we'll do the same thing over here with these values. A, we'll substitute a 4 in for that one, times B, we'll substitute a 3 in there. We'll use our division sign, and C is going to be equal to 2. Well, 4 times 3 is equal to 12. And we'll divide that by 2, and 12 divided by 2 is equal to 6. So our answer is 6. Let's take a look at a word problem. Anya is sending a package to her friend in Japan. The shipping instructions tell her to give the volume of the package. Do you know what the volume is? Well, it tells you. The formula for volume is volume, or V, equal to L times W times H. And conveniently, they have given us the values for L, W, and H. So let's just put those in. V is equal to L times W times H, which is 3. And we'll do those in order of operations. So 5 times 4 is 20, times 3, and 20 times 3 is 60. So our answer is 60. Now let's try to look at a word problem. Jason buys 4 times as many songs as Xander on iTunes. If Xander buys 3 songs, how many songs does Jason buy? Well, we know that Jason bought 4 times the number of songs as Xander. So we'll use X for Xander. Jason bought 4 times the number of songs as Xander. If we know the value of the number of songs that Xander bought, then we know that we can replace that X with that value and then multiply 4 times that number. So we would have 4 times X, or a little box here if we want to think of it. 4 times X is going to equal the number of songs Jason has. Well, does our problem tell us how many songs Xander bought? Why, yes, it does. If Xander buys 3 songs, then how many songs does Jason buy? So we'll take 4 times 3. We've substituted our value of 3 for the X, and that gives us 12. So Jason bought 12 songs on iTunes. And that's our answer.